This program contains adult language and situations which may be considered offensive to some viewers and/or children, but more likely their parents.
Alright, people, it's DLF. Oh, man. So, a little update on my computer. I got some good news and I got some bad news. I don't know what the fuck is going on, I'll be honest. So, I went to Walgreens this morning. After I got a call from Walgreens on Saturday saying that my computer was, the driver slipped on the ice and he fell and got run over by a truck and the whole big deal. So I went down there, I was ready to fucking tape too. I was ready to fucking record to see, to record the damage and everything. And I went down there, I said, yeah, I got a package here. It's supposed to be damaged, but whatever. I'm here to, at least look at it. So it was some girl, and she went back. She's like, "We don't have a package for you." I'm like, "Really?" So I started asking her. I was like, "Okay." I told her what happened. I told her there was a call to me by this Brandon guy. She said there is a guy named Brandon that works there. Okay. So I played back the phone call, and she's like, "Yeah, that he says he's Brandon, but that does not sound like his voice at all." The guy that called me up and said my computer got hit by a truck or whatever. This girl thinks that I'm being, I was being pranked. So, okay, whatever. Which is actually good news, because it means that my computer is intact. I also asked if there was a girl named Catherine that worked at that Walgreens, and she says yes. So, here we go. So I can confirm that, yes, my mom did call the Walgreens, called the right one. However, I'm not going to apologize to her, because here's why. It's a step in the right direction, I'll give her that. But here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing. When you do nothing but lie and lie and lie and do nothing but tell lies, I never know when you're telling the truth. Okay? She has been caught in so many lies. She's been caught in so many lies, I can't keep up with her. Okay? So, yes. Excuse me if I'm just a little suspicious when my mom calls me out of the blue and starts running her mouth. That computer thing was a scam. That was a scam. That's a prank. That's a prank. Excuse me while I'm a little bit suspicious. Okay. So I'm not going to apologize. I'm not going to sit there and say that, okay, so that one truth that she did say, and it was one of those things where I had to, fact check it again. It's one of those things, I'm not going to sit there and say that one thing, that one truth that she told is going to negate the years and years and years of bullshit that she's fed me. I'm not going to say that. Okay, so I'm not apologizing. You want an apology? Here we go. Here's how you get an apology. Don't lie anymore. Never lie in your life. And it's kind of funny that she would tell the truth about the computer, and then the rest of the conversation she would fucking lie, all the fucking time, and like saying I hit my cat. Like, what the fuck is that all about? Gravy, come here, Gravy, come here, Gravy. I hit my cat. What the fuck? What, is she just saying that because I called my dad a fucking pedophile? Is that like, oh, well, it's okay for you to call dad a pedophile. Maybe it's okay for me to call you a cat hitter or something. Excuse me, but there's kind of a big difference here. And that big difference is me calling my dad a pedophile has some kind of basis in reality. Okay? So, like I said before, okay, when I say pedophile, she's automatically assuming he's molesting children, and that's never what I said. In fact, I defended the man. I said, listen, he's not fucking molesting children that I know of. Okay, he's not looking at child pornography, because I already looked through the computer, haven't found any. Okay? The reason, I'm going to say this again, and just let it fucking sink in. The reason my dad is a pedophile, okay, or a hebephile, or whatever the fuck, is because he's a 60-year-old man, he's watching Hannah Montana, okay, and not only is he watching Hannah Montana, he's also making lewd comments about an underage actress that's in the show. Okay, he said what the fuck is, I don't even know what the fuck that girl's name is anymore. Miley Cyrus, is that the girl? Well, she was like 14 in that show. Okay, say what you want about her now. I could say Miley Cyrus is a fucking slut now, and you know what? I could say that. You know why? Because she's overage now. She's over 18. She's like 20-something now. But back when that show was going on, she was like what? 14, 15? No. When you make sexualized comments, that's a hot little girl. When you make sexualized comments about a 14-year-old girl, or any little girl, any child that's under the age of 18, you are either a pedophile or a hebephile, depending on the age. Okay, like if I were to sit there and look at pictures, if I were to sit there and fucking beat off to like fucking pictures of, I don't know, Jenna when she was like 7, 8 years old, that would be fucking weird. I would actually be a pedophile because she was under the age of 12, I believe. Yeah, it's 12 and under, pedophile, 13 and over, hebephile. That's how it works, okay? So I would actually be a pedophile if I started beating off to like pictures of Jenna when she was like 7. Okay? Now, it's fine to beat off to her now because she's like 20-something. Okay? That's not weird. Okay? That's not fucking creepy because it's fine. You know, but I haven't seen the girl in like how long? 20 years maybe? Who the fuck knows anymore? Like I said, she could be 500 pounds, you know, and bald for all I know. I don't know. But it's just weird. It's just creepy. It's just you can't sit there with a straight face and say that's a hot little girl and not feel like you're a fucking weirdo, you know. You know, and I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. If he was like, if my dad was like, I don't know, 16 years old, which, okay, or if like any 16-year-old would look at Hannah Montana at 14 and say she's hot. That wouldn't even be weird because, 14, 16, whatever. That's what happens. That's shit like that happens. It becomes a little bit weird when you're a 60-year-old man. You are 60 years old and you're looking at fucking little girls like they're sexual objects. That's sick. Okay? So, excuse me, there's kind of a basis in me calling my dad a pedophile. Okay? There's a basis in that. Just saying that, if you see you hit your cat again, I'm calling you as like, what? That's like saying, oh yeah, if I see you kill another person, I'm calling the police. Like, what? What the fuck are you talking about? I killed someone? Like, okay. Okay. When did this happen, At least there's some, because she's just spouting out bullshit, you know what I'm saying? She's spouting out her bullshit again. This isn't based in reality. She's out of touch with reality, okay? There is no reality where I've hit my cat. I can't even remember any time where I've actually hit my cat. I can't remember. I don't think it's ever happened. The closest I've been to hitting my cat, I think I probably sat on Gravy once or twice. Probably stepped on her tail on accident, but you know what? That happens. Like, she runs in front of me sometimes. Sometimes I don't see her. I've tripped over her too, but you know what? It happens. It's probably happened. It probably happened with fucking JP and fucking Chewy numerous times. It's happened. Okay? It's an accident. Get over it, okay? But actually sitting there and hitting a cat like this, and there's never been a time, and even if I did that, I would have never put it on video, okay? That would be fucking stupid of me, right? So Gravy, come here. Gravy. I treat Gravy better than I treat myself. How's that sound? But I mean, so I got my mom spouting off shit. If it was just, here's how it went. If it was just my mom, okay, calling me up and say, listen, like, we called Walgreens. They said that they don't even have a package for you. Okay, we think that it's a prank. Okay, I would probably just say, I think you're lying. Oh no, seriously, we called up Walgreens. Okay, we called up. This is where, but they can't do that. They can't do that. Everything has to be an attack. Everything has to be an attack, and you could sit there and say, well, everything has to be an attack with you too. I'm like, yeah, because there's you've been telling me you act like this all the fucking time. So no wonder why you call me up and and say your computer that thing with the computer was a prank. We called up Walgreens and the whole thing, and like I'm just like, Even if she said that, it would have been fine. And then I would say, you're lying, you're lying, you're lying, whatever. And she should have just kept her cool instead. Instead, she had to go on and on about how I hit my cat and, you know, stick with the fucking thing. Oh, stick with this. Stick with the thing, okay? Then she had to go into, oh yeah, Dick Medlars is watched your father go down. You know, instead of trying to antagonize me here, I don't have very much. I don't see much value in, you know, sitting here and having an actual relationship with my parents. I don't see any value. All it does is it gets me angry, it gets me upset, and I just try to stay away from it. Now, they need to work. Here's the thing: they're acting like they're acting like fucking Uncle Mark here. Uncle Mark thinks he's like the shit. Okay, he thinks he's like, you know, whatever. He's over there like, yo, he needs to apologize to me. The whole thing, you know. He needs to apologize to me. Instead of just sitting back and saying, Mike, I was wrong. I apologize. You know, it's this whole thing. I do apologize. You know, I shouldn't even apologize to my parents for this, but because it's like, it's exactly what my Uncle Mark says. He's like, you tell so many lies that we don't know when you tell the truth. But the thing is that I'm not the one fucking lying all the time. It's you and it's my mother lying all the time. And they're lying. They sit there and lie, and you know, they get caught lying, and it's just like the people have called them out on their lies, and they still do it. And people outside of me, you know, other people. I've had people like that comment on my YouTube, and by the way, any little conversation we have, it is going to get recorded, every single, and it's going to be uploaded until she stops the lying. Until she stops the lying, and until she stops, you know, with all that, it's going to be recorded. She's going to be held accountable for her lies. Does she not want me to record shit? That's why she doesn't. That's why every single time she says something like, you do not have permission to record this or whatever, every time she says that, you know that a lie is coming up. You know that the lies are about to come up. You do not have permission to record this. Well, shit. You know, you don't have permission to record me, whatever. Why does she feel like she needs her? Why do you feel like I need her permission for stuff? No. I don't need her permission. Okay, I don't need any of her permission to do anything. Remember, you decided to live in New York State, which is a one-party consent state, which means I don't have to give any information about me recording you or anyone else that's in New York State. Now, because all that has to happen is I'm recording, I'm giving the consent. New York State is one-party consent. Therefore, if it's only two people in the party, okay, a conversation between two people, that means I'm the one recording, I'm the one giving the consent. Therefore, I don't have to give her any consent. You can go look it up too. You could go get a lawyer. Go get a lawyer and tell him that I'm recording you without permission. And then I could go to your lawyer and say, well, about there's one party consent state. New York State is a one party consent state. You want to go? You don't want to be recorded? Tough shit. Go move to another state. Go move to like fucking Pennsylvania, where Pennsylvania is two party consent, I should say. Pennsylvania's two party consent state. Florida's two party consent. California's two party as well. How the fuck do I know California's two party consent state? Oh well. Because I kind of looked it up. Why did I look up California? Well, I wanted to see what kind of what the consequences would be for like when Donald Trump got recorded saying grab him by the pussy. That was in California, okay. And I just wanted to see because he said he wasn't aware of him being recorded or whatever. I just wanted to see, because, technically Donald Trump can go sue the people that recorded him saying that now. It's in California, and that's a two-party consent state. He wasn't aware that he was being recorded, but I don't know. I mean, I think there was like some kind of time or something that they can't sue or something. I don't know. But there's like no amount of time went by, because this was like early 2000s, I believe. But I mean, that's the bottom line. I mean. So you can't sit there and do that. You want to make things right. You feel. I know how my parents are. They feel like they're the ones that are always right. They're the ones that are always right. They're the ones that have the final say. They have to have that final say. They have to have that final say. They have to talk over everyone. They have to make themselves a lot more big and a lot more bad than everyone else, and that's not how you go about things. The same thing with my rich uncle. My rich uncle's a solution to everything. Kill. If someone's fucking with you, you need to beat their brains in, and that's the bottom line. Because he's a fucking violent man, and he's like Tony fucking Soprano over there. But anyway, about my computer now, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm waiting for Walgreens to call me back now, because I talked to somebody in person, some girl, I forget her name, but I talked to somebody in person, and they said they would call me if my package came in. Now the thing is that, like I said, I looked at the FedEx tracking, and it says that it wasn't able to be delivered on Saturday due to a what do you call it? Due to a weather exception or something, and then it would be delivered today. Okay. Now I got up this morning, and it still says, the last thing that it says was, delayed due to weather or something. It does not say anything about out for delivery, but it still says that it's supposed to be delivered today. It says it's scheduled for today, but it does not say that it's on the vehicle or out for delivery. I called FedEx today and got another fucking ching chong on the line, and she just said she pretty much was useless. She was like, it should be there today. Like, I don't fucking know. But, I really don't know anymore. You know, this is ridiculous. This is completely ridiculous. I feel like, and I get like this anxiety in me over this. Like I'm losing like almost $500. Like I always think the worst. And who the fuck knows what actually happened? And that's the weird thing too. Like somebody could have pranked me, but it was like, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I said they called from a private number. They said, yeah, we wouldn't call from a private number. So, okay, my mom was telling the truth on that. But I'm not gonna sit there and say that because she's telling the truth on that one thing that I should start believing her. Because in that same phone call, she spouted out like 8 different fucking lies. Okay, the fucking hitting of the cat. I want to know where that came from. You know, she's probably making that up because I said that my dad's a pedophile. Okay, well, the thing is that my dad is a pedophile. By definition, he is. Okay, and there's no way around that. When you make sexualized comments about a fucking 14-year-old girl, that's fucking sick. When you're a 60-year-old man. You are a 60-year-old man. Okay? You are a 60-year-old man. Hold on. You are a 60-year-old man, and you're making sexual comments about an underage girl. That's fucking sick. Okay? I don't care what you want to say about that. What if I just started making sexual comments about little girls? What would you say? Like a 33-year-old man making sexual comments about a little girl. Okay? You would think that I was fucking sick. Okay? You would think the same way I think about you. Okay? So don't give me that shit. Okay? You made the, because it's happened. I made the mistake of calling a bunch of 14-year-old girls whores one time. Like I said, they were they were taking all the fucking food off the buffet, and I thought every time they put out food, these fucking 14-year-old whores just come and swarm the fucking buffet. I wrote that on a fucking thing once. And on a, what do you call it? I wrote that on one of my blogs once. So, and people said, yeah, that's fucking, how dare you call a 14-year-old girl a fucking whore, you know? So I got chewed out by my fans over that, and I was like, you know what? That was a little, you know, that was a little rough. Okay. So that's Ugh. So, like I said, there's basis in what I say with the pedophile thing, and yet that's the bottom line. By definition, you are my dad is a pedophile or a hebephile, whatever the fuck. He's into those underage girls. He's into those underage girls. Okay? But I'm not saying he's going out. Oh. So, I mean, that's the bottom line. That's sick. That's fucking sick. If you want to be talking about little girls and sexual manners, then that's considered that's pedophilia. That's if I said a little girl was hot, that would be weird. So right now I'm just that's the bottom line. This is Dragon Lord Frodo, and I approve this message. Thanks in advance for watching this.